Let's see what he does with it. He kills a dribble. That's not very good. And but he manages to get a little pop, and he keeps boost control. He keeps the ball into the opponent net, the opponent half. I mean, and he's going to try to create anything, even though that offense was a bit lacking, and now he has no boost. And it's a bit desperate, and Nomad is actually going to score his second goal. 1 minute in, he's looking pretty bleak, and I'm very scared for Retz. The lowest amount of hours of the tournament. I like to remind everyone of that, and I'm very scared that he might be out if he doesn't change things right now. The good bump by Nomad. Nomad playing pretty well against Retz, getting the boost control, getting the ball control. Not doing much, being very patient. He knows that he's in the lead and he doesn't have to do anything. And if things don't change, he is moving on to the second round of the loser bracket to face, I believe it is Ghost, who is going to be a very difficult matchup.
Yes, it's going to be a very, very difficult matchup. I mean, Ghost versus Nomad is...
Wow. Are you saying it's going to be one-sided because Nomad is bad? Is it what you're implying?
No, I'm saying it's going to be a close match because...
Okay.
You know, Ghost is a very strong player, but Nomad has some tricks up his sleeve, you know?
I mean, Ghost is a strong 1v1 player. Why are you laughing? I don't get it. Okay, all right. I mean, Nomad. Ooh, nice shot by Nomad. Sadly, the tap-in doesn't go in.
Oh, and the nice second shot.
It's the merry-go-round.
Yes, it's actually a mind game. It's a pretty well-known move.
And did you know also that move, the going into the post and almost tripping and letting the opponent score? Yes. Because that's what Nomad almost pulled off.
But you know, you can't win all the time. You know, it's a very difficult move to pull out, and he didn't. I mean, that's a hard one.
Yeah.
Able to fail so hard that the opponent basically score on an open net.
It's quite the skill indeed, and while we're talking about his mistakes, he still manages to play on the counter-offensive and take the 4-all lead. He's playing pretty aggressively, destroying his opponent.
Yeah.
I mean, if he wins this game, which it's definitely looking to be, he's going to face Ghost, who is very aggressive and probably more aggressive than Nomad is. But it's going to be an interesting game, but we might be seeing the revolt, the uprising, the uproar of Retz that didn't say his last word and that definitely wants to stay in the tournament to win the King's Guard role after all these games. I definitely believe he can do it. But so far, Nomad with a shot, it's off. And the good clear by Retz. Interesting boost usage by Nomad. Using the boost right before he lands so that he goes flying. But that goes okay, I guess. Right, the dribble attempt. Ooh, that was insanely close. Well played by Nomad, but sadly, it goes off the post and doesn't go in. Alright, the block by Nomad. He gains control again. Oh, does he? Because Retz is on his heels, but he doesn't take the boost. That's looking very scary. Does Retz realize that he has the boost advantage? He can take his time. Yes, he does. So far, it's getting a little calmer this time. I'm guessing that's because Nomad is letting the pressure off, knowing that he has a 4-0 lead, and there is not much he has to do anymore. He just has to waste time. Definitely be patient and not try anything stupid. Speaking of things stupid, did you see that sick aerial attempt that almost went into his own net by not being careful?
Yes, it's very Nomad-like, this kind of move. You know, it's the kind of move you expect in a match with Nomad. And
yeah, usually you are left dumbfounded when he plays on your team, You simply don't understand what is going on and how such a move could happen. But this is the Nomad move. This is the no move.
Yeah.
And there is nothing you can do about it. It is like fate. There is no choice. It's only divine intervention. Nomad leading 5-0 now. He's looking pretty confident, playing with his backwards camera just to show off maybe to the casters. No one's going for it. Alright, finally Retz decide to go on the offensive, but it leads to nothing, and maybe we're gonna watch the 6-0 ball. It is. Wow. Do you believe there is still time for the Brazil?
I believe there's time, but it's pretty unlikely, you know.
Don't you think a kickoff goal and then letting the opponent score? I believe it's possible.
I don't think Nomad is gonna let his opponent score. It's not like him.
Yeah, he's like a pretty scrappy dude. Doesn't want anything to go not his way. Interesting backflip there.
Yeah. It's part of the appeal of the Nomad style of play, you know.
Yes.
It's like watching fire, you know.
It's like
the random, the chaos in it. It is how you say it's.
Yes.
It's almost.
Wow.
I don't know the words, but
this is almost like your speaking abilities, I would say.
Yes, it's fascinating in its.
I mean, it's almost like an albatross, but walking and not flying.
Yeah, that's right.
It's looking pretty clumsy, but it does the job.
Are getting in the way.
Yes. All right, so 6-0 win by Nomad that manages to move on to the second round of the loser bracket to face Lord Ghost.